From the dawn of humanity, conflict has been an unfortunate companion shaping the tapestry of civilization. Warfare, in its most primal form, is the clash of wills, a struggle for dominance, resources, or ideology. But beneath this broad definition lies a fascinating spectrum of conflict, each with its own unique characteristics, motivations, and consequences. Welcome back, viewers. This is the second part of previous video. To watch previous video, please click link in the description. Without wasting your valuable time, let's explore. In this exploration, we embark on a journey to understand 4 distinct types of warfare: proxy wars, asymmetric warfare, total war, and religious wars. Through historical examples, we'll uncover the intricacies of each, revealing the human cost and geopolitical ramifications that have shaped our world. Imagine a world on the brink, 2 superpowers locked in an ideological struggle, each possessing weapons capable of unimaginable destruction. Yet, direct conflict remains elusive. Instead, they engage in a deadly game of chess, choosing surrogates to wage war on their behalf. This is the essence of a proxy war. One of the most illustrative examples of a proxy war is the Korean War, a conflict that erupted in 1950 on the Korean Peninsula, a land scarred by division. The newly formed communist North Korea, backed by the Soviet Union and China, clashed with the US-supported South Korea. The Korean War was a microcosm of the larger Cold War, a battleground where communist and capitalist ideologies collided. While the United States and the Soviet Union provided military aid, training, and even troops, they avoided direct confrontation, fearful of igniting a global nuclear conflict. The Korean Peninsula became a crucible, enduring the horrors of a devastating war. Families were torn apart, cities reduced to rubble, and the land itself bore the scars of countless battles. The war ended in a stalemate, with the border between North and South Korea largely unchanged, a testament to the intractable nature of ideological conflicts. The Korean War serves as a stark reminder of the human cost of proxy wars. While the superpowers may have avoided direct conflict, the people of Korea endured the brunt of the fighting, their lives forever altered by a war they did not choose. Proxy wars, with their intricate web of alliances and hidden agendas, highlight the complexities of international relations. They are a stark reminder that even in the absence of direct confrontation, the flames of war can spread, engulfing entire regions and leaving an enduring legacy of suffering. Throughout history, warfare has often been defined by conventional battles between armies of comparable size and firepower. But what happens when the balance of power shifts dramatically? When a weaker force, lacking the resources of a powerful adversary, employs unconventional tactics to level the playing field? This is the realm of asymmetric warfare. The War on Terror, a conflict that has shaped the 21st century, provides a stark example of asymmetric warfare. In the aftermath of the September 11th attacks, the United States, with its superior military might, found itself locked in a struggle against a nebulous enemy: terrorist organizations like Al-Qaeda. These groups, lacking the conventional military strength of nation-states, resorted to unconventional tactics: suicide bombings, improvised explosive devices, and targeted assassinations aimed at inflicting maximum damage and instilling fear. The battlefields were no longer confined to distant lands, but extended to the streets of major cities, blurring the lines between combatants and civilians. The War on Terror highlighted the challenges of combating an enemy that operates in the shadows, exploiting the interconnectedness of the modern world to its advantage. It forced nations to rethink their military doctrines, developing new strategies to counter the fluidity and adaptability of terrorist networks. One of the key challenges in asymmetric warfare is the difficulty of identifying and targeting the enemy. Terrorist organizations, unlike traditional armies, operate in a decentralized manner, often blending into civilian populations, making it difficult to distinguish between combatants and non-combatants. The War on Terror also raised complex ethical and legal questions. The use of drones, targeted killings, and enhanced interrogation techniques sparked debates about the balance between security and civil liberties, highlighting the moral dilemmas inherent in combating an enemy that operates outside the bounds of traditional warfare. Asymmetric warfare represents a significant departure from traditional notions of conflict. demanding innovative approaches to counter the unconventional tactics employed by weaker adversaries. The War on Terror serves as a stark reminder that even in an age of advanced military technology, victory can be elusive and the nature of warfare constantly evolving. Imagine a world consumed by conflict, where the lines between soldier and civilian are blurred, and the very fabric of society is harnessed for the war effort. This is the grim reality of total war, a conflict that demands the complete mobilization of a nation's resources, manpower, and industrial capacity, leaving no aspect of life untouched. World War I, a global conflict that erupted in 1914, serves as a chilling example of total war. What began as a localized dispute in the Balkans quickly escalated into a conflagration that engulfed Europe and beyond, drawing in the world's major powers. The scale of World War I was unprecedented. Millions of soldiers were mobilized, fighting in vast armies equipped with increasingly sophisticated weaponry, machine guns, artillery, and poison gas. The trenches of the Western Front became a symbol of the brutal stalemate, a landscape scarred by relentless bombardments and unimaginable loss of life. But World War I was more than just a military conflict. It was a war that permeated every aspect of society. Governments implemented conscription, drafting millions of young men into the armed forces, leaving families shattered and economies struggling to cope with the loss of labor. Women, too, played a crucial role in the war effort, taking on jobs traditionally held by men in factories and shipyards, keeping the wheels of industry turning. The concept of a home front emerged as civilians endured rationing, air raids, and the constant fear of losing loved ones on distant battlefields. Propaganda became a powerful tool, used by governments to galvanize public support for the war effort, demonize the enemy, and suppress dissent. Posters, films, and newspapers became instruments of persuasion, shaping public opinion and reinforcing the narrative of national unity and sacrifice. World War I left an enduring legacy, not only in the millions of lives lost, but also in the deep scars it etched on the social, political, and economic landscape of the 20th century. It demonstrated the devastating consequences of total war, a form of conflict that blurs the lines between combatant and civilian, leaving no aspect of society untouched by its devastating reach. Throughout history, religion has been a powerful force, shaping beliefs, values, and cultures. But what happens when faith becomes intertwined with conflict, when religious fervor fuels the flames of war? This is the perilous terrain of religious warfare, where the pursuit of spiritual dominance or the defense of sacred beliefs becomes a justification for violence and bloodshed. The Crusades, a series of religious wars waged by European Christians between the 11th and 13th centuries, offer a compelling example of how religious motivations can ignite and sustain prolonged conflict. Fueled by a potent mix of religious zeal, political ambition, and economic aspirations, the Crusades saw Christian armies march east to wrest control of the Holy Land from Muslim rule. The Crusades were portrayed as a holy mission, a righteous struggle to reclaim Jerusalem, a city sacred to Christians, Jews, and Muslims alike. Pope Urban II, in his famous speech at the Council of Clermont in 1095, called upon Christian knights to take up arms and embark on a pilgrimage to liberate the Holy Land from the infidels. The Crusades were marked by brutality and bloodshed. Christian armies, often driven by religious fervor and a thirst for conquest, clashed with Muslim forces defending their lands and faith. Jerusalem, the ultimate prize, witnessed a horrific massacre in 1099 when Crusader forces stormed the city, slaughtering thousands of its inhabitants. The Crusades were not merely military campaigns. They were also periods of intense cultural exchange, albeit often marked by violence and misunderstanding. The interaction between Christian and Muslim societies during the Crusades led to the transmission of knowledge, ideas, and goods, but it also deepened religious and cultural divisions. The Crusades ultimately failed to achieve their primary objective of maintaining long-term Christian control over the Holy Land. However, they left an indelible mark on the course of history, shaping the relationship between Christianity and Islam for centuries to come. The Crusades serve as a stark reminder of the enduring power of religion to inspire both great acts of devotion and terrible acts of violence. They highlight the complexities of religious warfare, where faith, politics, and power intertwine, often with devastating consequences. Our exploration of warfare, from the shadowy proxy conflicts to the all-consuming nature of total war, reveals a sobering truth. Conflict is rarely simple. Understanding the nuances of different types of warfare is crucial to comprehending the complexities of our world. As we've seen, the nature of warfare is constantly evolving, adapting to new technologies, ideologies, and geopolitical realities. From the trenches of World War I to the battlefields of cyberspace, the tools and tactics may change, but the human cost remains a constant. By examining the historical examples discussed in this series, we gain a deeper understanding of the forces that have shaped our world, from the rise and fall of empires to the ongoing struggles for power and influence. I encourage you to delve deeper into these conflicts, to explore the motivations of those who fought, and to reflect on the enduring legacies that continue to shape our present. And if you found this journey through the complexities of warfare enlightening, be sure to subscribe for more thought-provoking content exploring the intricacies of our world. Thank you for watching to support us. Please do share, subscribe, and turn on notification bell icon. See you in the next video.